Welcome everybody, it's William. Welcome to my channel. So if you're new here, this channel is all about programming, about app development, about game development, about incorporation of artificial intelligence. And please subscribe. I need to make a living in order to reach the YouTube monetization goal. It's the best way to support me is for you to subscribe. Okay, so yeah, so you're watching a series of video about how to draw and utilize the image and shape and colors in swiftUI. And let's talk about a color. So what I'm going to do is to add an image inside. So I got this image code with William Jamin, and let's import that here just to make it much more beautiful and give you a real life demonstration of how to utilize all this circle, ellipses, rectangle, something like that. Okay, so let's just right. I think I can just safely comment this circle out. I use this circle as a like the container for our image. So let's just declare our image. So image, and we can reference image by code with what's the name of image again? Code with William Jamin, right? So I'm going to copy the name and paste it here, so I can just get the whole image stretch out. And right now it's just an image and a circle. We don't need that circle yet, so let's try to comment it out and write that from scratch. Just the image, and everything else is coming out. So we got an image, and first let's adjust the size of image. I'm going to make a profile picture for my YouTube channel, or profile page in that matter. And we got an image, and first let's change that image to a different size, so resizable. So yeah, but that completely changed the ratio. So I'm going to add dot scale to fit, so it will just keep the ratio. And then I can add a clip shape using our shape, and that shape will be circle is good for profile picture, but I want to demonstrate that you can do a lot of things. So for example, ellipses, and you can do that as well. Okay, so this might seem a little bit weird, so maybe I'm going to add a rounded rectangle, just to demonstrate that you can do a lot of things. You are not confined into do one or two things. Okay, so got a rounded rectangle, and in order to add a outline to this rounded rectangle, yeah, I think this image is a little bit big, so what I'm going to do is to hard code it a certain width to it. So maybe 500. That's definitely too big. 300 maybe 250. Yeah, I think that's it. And then we can add a clip shape, rounded, and we can of course add an overlay. So this is just some review of what we have been doing. And above the overlay, we can overlay a rounded rectangle with the corner radius of that. And but currently we just cover most of it, so what I'm going to do is to make it stroke. And so we can adjust the line width. The line is just too narrow, and maybe got a 10. Yeah, perfect. And the background is a little bit weird, so what I'm going to do is to use color hunt for that. So I introduce you guys the color palettes in other tutorial. So a disclaimer: I have no affiliation with this website. It's just a website I use a lot, a really satisfied client, and you can use that color palette for your design. So, for example, if you think one color is great, you can just reference that color. But we will talk about the color later. Okay, so just leave it here. And let's go back. Let's quickly change the color, and just as a placeholder, we'll talk about the color. Just want to get you guys a quick the quick layout. So the gray, let's make something, say cyan, just a brighter color, and maybe not too bright. Will yeah, just yeah, a little bit contrast. Okay, and let's just use this one. I think this one looks great. And the stroke, you can change the stroke's color as well. You remember the stroke is modified around the rectangle. We can say the foreground color. We already discussed that in the in the last series. So let's change that to white. Okay, so you get a pretty outstanding look. Let's change that to teal. Do we have teal? Yeah. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And let's see whether we got indigo. That's too much. Maybe just pink. Alright, that's definitely too much. Yeah, so that's the reason why we need to use color palette for that, because the color right now do not necessarily be great to look at least for the first sight. So you got to try that a bit, maybe gray, just to have a good, nice combination. And by the way, the color is not a fixed color, because you can have a different feeling when you change the, say, the light mode or the dark mode. Okay. Yeah, I think I might just as well just show you guys how to compare this two. So remember the preview, we got this content view, and you can add a say preferred preferred color regime, dark mode, and we got the light mode. So you can command D to duplicate it, and we can say dot light mode. Okay, so it's unused. Alright, so okay, I think the new version of Xcode just updates that to your macro preview. So you just need to click it. You don't need to write this code. You just click color scheme variant, and you can see, even though you use the same color in different color scheme, well, on the different color scheme, the appearance, the color is definitely different, and you can change the orientation as well, and dynamic type variant. And all this variation do help you when you say, yeah, I want you to see your design in different orientation of different variants. But that's not this video is about. It's just about the color variant. So previously you need to write, because this previous just is a struct of a preview provider, but they all wrap that, I think, a macro, so you can just yeah, and they update the Xcode. So yeah, so it's just a better and more convenient way of doing it. Just become easier and easier. right? And yeah, so the color is constantly changing, and I think I might as well, because the virtual stack, and just at the end of this image, let's add in text saying this will be William Jammy's YouTube channel. Okay, so as you can see, you write the William Jammy's YouTube channel, and at the light appearances, is the font of black, and at the other it will be a white text, and you can say that's the title. So just to make it bigger so you guys can see much more clearly. All right, so that's the beauty of using the default thing, because you already consider the different color scheme. Okay, and yeah, so you can say let me add multiple text here, text, and yeah, say at see, what is the handle? Code with William Jammy. Code with William Jammy. Right, so you can add this and add modifier, say font of not title, but say title 2, just to make it smaller. Okay, title 2, sorry, just to make it smaller. Okay, and of course you can add spacer or add padding to make it more interesting. And yeah, and so we can utilize the default changes between the different color scheme. So for example, I got overlay of a rounded rectangle radius with a modifier of a stroke, and we got foreground color of gray. Instead of just to specify the specific color, you can say, because even if you look at the gray, you can see the gray is changed a little bit. I don't know whether you can see that or not, but let me just use a default say primary color. You can see your drastic changes. So black and white, black at the light appearance, white at the dark appearances. Okay, so yeah, so you can utilize that by using the default settings. So you don't need to worry about the different color scheme. And yeah, I think that looks pretty great. And don't forget, I introduced guys the amazing website of the color combination of color hunts. We're going to use the color palette, but right now we don't have this color yet. So what I'm going to do is to customize that by making our own customization. And let's add more text, just so we got more colors and shapes and all sort of things to work with. So text will be say my profile, something like that, my profile app, and let's make it font of really big. So there'll be a like the title of but it will be a really headline maybe, and definitely not big, maybe a large title. All right, and I'm going to maybe make it bold, just to give you really accented feeling. So bold, yeah, like that. Yeah, so I got the bold, my profile, and let's add a padding to it. All right, and maybe add a spacer to push it back a little bit. And remember the spacer, if you got multiple spacer, we just take the approximately the same space. So I'm going to add a little bit of spacer here. to push it upwards and push this part upwards as well. We didn't want this to be too too low, and of course you can have multiple spaces. So for example, you got 2 spaces, you will push up still, and maybe push it down. It's just a quick solution. It does not necessarily mean the best solution. I just quickly get the layout and to demonstrate the customization of the colors. Okay, so I think that's a pretty decent design, and let's use the color scheme. So basically, I'm going to create a new assets catalog. So new file, and let's search assets. Right. So basically, this will be served as approximately the same with the XC assets. If you like, say, store image, you can store it here. If you want to say store a certain color scheme, you can store it here. So I'm going to say custom color, cost color, just for short. Cost color asset, and let's create it. And right now is it's empty. So what I'm going to do is to create. Right now it does not have any color, so let's add it, and I can add the image sets color set, and let's add a color set, and the color will be say, you can name whatever you want, in fact. So I'm going to say primary, custom primary color. Okay, so it's just to make it primary. Let me just to make it shorter. Print car or something like that. Call 1. Okay, let me copy that. All right, and we got alien appearances. Let's get this panel, inspection panel out, and then you can get this color panel and change it. Okay, so we can get a grayscale slider and get this RGB slider and can input the hex code, and we got this cyan, magenta, or whatever you want to call it, yellow, black, HSB, hue, saturation, brightness. I think RGB will be fine because we got the hex color code, and you can finally you can use this website to design your app. So if you got this sort of a retro feeling, something like that, or a warm, I really love the warm or cold app, you can do that. So the primary color will be like this. Okay, so you just click and copy that, and you go back here, and you input this hex code, and then you will store this color. And if this is a dark mode, it will just become a dark mode color, right? So you can actually customize a lot of things, and of course you can say you can got another color set of custom secondary color, say 1, called second color, and then you can use say this color, and let's go to alien appearance and show panel, quickly copy and paste it here. You can get this secondary color. Yeah, you got an idea. And of course you then can use it by reference that color. So let's think about it. The primary color should be say the profile be the primary color. So we got this text here, and the text can change by let me just dots foreground color, and I'm going to use customized color, and that will be our color, and inside of it I'm going to use the custom primary color number 1, and let's see the results. So we got the profile here and profile here. That's the reason we need to change for the dark appearance as well. So let's go back here, prime color and dark color, and you can just use this color and change that a bit. So what I'm going to do is to just copy that, choose here, and got it here, and just fine tuning that a bit. Okay, so if you just copy and paste it here, it would just be exactly the same. And you can choose say different, just to make it lighter and a little bit darker or brighter. I think at the dark mode you can make it a tiny little bit brighter. Yeah, just something like that. And yeah, of course you can make it darker. It doesn't really matter. Just make it brighter. Okay, and let's go back to our content view. And because we changed the customization color, this color scheme, the reference color should change as well. So let's build that and got the light and dark mode. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. So okay, and I think we can get yeah, much of the color changed. So remember we got secondary here, so I think this can serve as a secondary. So let's go to here, fonts, and let's change that to foreground color. Foreground there is no auto. Foreground color, and that will be our customized color, and then cost color. Yeah, I think I need to add some dots. Cost secondary color number 1. Okay, and they will change, yeah, as well. And then the text will be a third color, so it'll be something like that. Yeah, I think the text need to be maybe the first primary color rather than secondary color. So cost primary color number 1 will be suffice, and there will be a cost foreground because the text need to be clear. Okay, so if you make it too not so clear, yeah, it's not good. And the whole background can have a sort of a lighter color to it. So right now it's orange. You can of course use the customization color and customization secondary color, but secondary color is still really yeah, not so good. So what I'm going to do is to get this lighter color here. It should cover most of the area. So what I'm going to do is to go back here, custom color, and primary, secondary, and third color, something like that. So I'm going to name it cost. Yeah, sorry. Dot cost, or maybe just the background color. Okay, so BG color number 1. Okay, so BG color number 1, and appearance just remember just copy and paste it here. So just to replace that with this one. Okay, and remember you already copied that. So in the dark mode, you can use exactly the same, but change it a bit. So you got the slider here, and let me make it lighter, and it's already pretty. So just to decrease the saturation and make it maybe tilted a bit. Okay, so this really depends on you and your design. Doesn't really matter that much. So instead of use cost, I'm going to use the background color number 1, and let's see the result. Yeah, that's much better. And the stroke and I'm not going to use the primary color, but rather use the color of our own. So color dots, I think it's called color, and dots. Our custom color. Let's use the secondary color number 1, and let's see the result. Okay, so you just completely overhaul our app and just give it a completely different feeling. And of course, this won't be the best result that you will be able to get. It's just some demonstration of where to find this info, where to change the color scheme, and where to fine tuning it. Okay, so got it, and got it here. Open that, paste it here, change that to here, make it lighter. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so just a tilt, and that'll be suffice. Yeah, and of course, if you want to know more, you can reference developers' design, and this is sometimes overlooked area when you want to focus on indie development, because as the developer, you maybe focus too much time on code, but not on design. And I recently learned a lot at this website, because it just give you a lot of Apple's philosophy and how they design their phone and their app, and they sort of suggest you to do that, to do this way, and so that's pretty amazing, right? So you can learn from that, and of course you have adding you want to have any inspirations of a color scheme. You can just go to the color hunt and find the best combination. Okay, so yeah, I think that's already pretty long. It's nearly 30 minutes, and I'm going to pause it here. And in the next video, I think I'm going to add more customization. So, for example, you can add a transition effect. So if you are making a this profile app background, you don't want this. This is a little bit boring background. So you want sort of like the gradual transition of the background. You can actually do that. And say you want to add a custom shape to it, and add a stroke, or maybe make a dot dot dot, something like that. You can also do that as well. And of course we can add a customized animation to it. So yeah, we got a lot to cover, especially since you're watching the intro series. I'm going to just spend a little bit more time on this topic, and show you guys how to experiment it, and it will be great fun. And don't forget, if you're still there, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give the video a thumb up. Thank you so much for support. Bye.